Alright folks, buckle up because this is a story that's going to grip your attention right from the start. So you know how sometimes life throws you a twist that nobody saw coming? Well, that's exactly what happened to Sunny Hostin, the co-host of The View, and we're here to dive deep into that unexpected turn. Here's the deal: Sunny's husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, who's an orthopedic surgeon, has been named in one of the largest RICO, racketeer-influenced and corrupt organizations, cases ever filed in New York. The View co-host Sunny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hostin, has been accused of federal insurance fraud according to a new lawsuit obtained by Page 6. The orthopedic surgeon was one of 200 defendants named in one of the biggest racketeer-influenced and corrupt organization cases ever filed in New York. Emmanuel was accused of federal insurance fraud and, quote, getting kickbacks by performing surgery and building a company that lured taxi companies and Uber and Lyft drivers, according to the documents. He knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries. The insurance firm American Transit was then billed in exchange for kickbacks and other compensation which were disguised as dividends or other cash distributions. Emmanuel denied the allegations via a statement through his lawyer, telling Daily Mail that his client, quote, denies each and every allegation and that the lawsuit is a blanket scattershot merits lawsuit by a near-bankrupt insurance carrier. This whole scenario is unfolding like a dramatic legal thriller, folks, and you won't believe the details. So let's rewind a little and break it down bit by bit. The year kicked off on quite the difficult note for Sunny and her family. Her husband, Emmanuel Hostin, was pulled into a massive federal lawsuit together with around 200 other defendants. He's been accused of insurance fraud, a claim that's shaking things up across the board. View co-host Sunny Hostin's surgeon husband, Emmanuel, accused of insurance fraud and bombshell lawsuit. Then we go down and say the longtime husband of the View co-host Sunny Hostin is starting the new year under a cloud after being accused of federal insurance fraud. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, which is Sunny Hostin's husband, is among nearly 200 defendants named in one of the largest RICO cases ever filed in New York. What's being said is that Dr. Hostin and the others involved supposedly engaged in a scheme to perform surgeries and bill insurance companies illegitimately. I agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system, and doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance, and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life. Now the details of this case suggest that the surgeries were performed out of turn without waiting to see if patients could recover with less invasive treatments. I mean, can you believe that? It's really out there. The alleged victims in all this taxi and rideshare companies like Uber and Lyft, whose drivers were the supposed patients of these questionable medical practices. The lawsuit alleges that the operations and medical services were charged to an insurance firm called American Transit with compensations covered up as dividends or cash payouts. Now Sunny's husband isn't just shrugging off these accusations. His legal team is standing firm, denying each and every claim. They're calling the lawsuit empty, without merit, and driven by a financially struggling insurance company trying to dodge its payment responsibilities to policyholders. Crazy, right? Well, while these legal battles unfold, there's another layer to this entire saga that ramps up the irony. You see, just a little while ago, Sunny found herself stirring up controversy on The View during a heated discussion. She made some comments about America's history with violence, linking current events with past atrocities in American history. Now here's where things get spicy. Sunny's public take had America buzzing, especially when she compared January 6th to some of history's darkest moments like World War II and the Holocaust. The internet, as expected, went wild, and amidst all this, the financial woes and legal challenges facing her husband surface. It's a whirlwind, to say the least. Sunny has always been open about her husband on The View, sharing tidbits about their personal life. Even in light of these serious allegations, she publicly stood by his side. Comments about U.S. healthcare issues, perceived corruption, and the pressures doctors face have created a whirlwind atmosphere for the host and family. This legal battle shines a spotlight not just on the host but on wider issues in the U.S. healthcare system. The case stirs up huge questions about how insurance companies, medical professionals, and the law interconnect, especially in high-stakes environments like New York City. So where does this leave Sunny and her husband at this point in time? It's all about the legal process playing out, but Sunny and Dr. Hostin are waiting on further developments and sticking to their version of events amidst a rapidly evolving situation for viewers and followers of The View, and well, for just about anyone who keeps up with celebrity news. The case offers a fascinating if somewhat sobering look at how quickly public perceptions can shift when legal troubles emerge. What about Sunny's career? Well, as a public figure, any allegations concerning close family can have rippling effects professionally. She might try to steer clear of discussing the case directly on The View to avoid impacting ongoing proceedings. Let me get in here I agree with mostly everything that's been said. We know that only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system, and doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance, and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So there are a lot of problems with it, but the notion that we are in a violent country. This country was built on violence. We're a very violent country, and it's just undeniable that that's the case. And so I'm not unfortunately surprised that people are celebrating the use of violence. I'm not surprised that this young man thought that change could be accomplished through violence. It's quite a high-stakes personal journey navigated under the gaze of public scrutiny. This scenario isn't just about a family under legal fire. It's also a narrative about media, celebrity, and the very human element of dealing with accusations, financial stakes, and public reputation. So what do you all think? Given these revelations, the legal entanglements, and the personal stakes, where do you see the story heading? Drop your thoughts below. Is this just another bump in the road, or is it a hurdle that feels almost insurmountable? Let's hear it. Be sure to keep your eyes peeled for more updates, folks. The legal battle is ongoing, and as more information trickles out, we'll be right here breaking it down and discussing it with all of you. Stay tuned, guys, and thanks for being with us here today. Your views on these unfolding events are crucial, and we're eager to know what you think as this story develops.